All right. Hey, shalom, shalom. All right, it's the brother Tazawam. Here with the priest Tazaiwan, back in the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Shah with another lesson. Lord willing, we do hope and pray that it's edifying. We want to give all praises, all glory and honor to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim Makakodash. Also, we want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of a great millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And as always, peace, love, many blessings unto the elect. All right, it's the new moon, which today's date is Tuesday, July the 18th. It's the new moon, the 5th month. And we just going to go into some current events, prophecy, like we always do. You know, the Lord has raised up prophets in these latter times to bring out information concerning the prophecies of the Bible. And as you may know or may not know, there's been a thick haze that's been covering the skies of America over the course of the last 2 to 3 months. Being generated from quote unquote those Canadian wildfires, and it's causing poor air quality. A lot of people are being dramatically affected behind the quality of air, and hey man, it's only gonna get worse out here. It's gonna be more and more plagues that's gonna come and sweep through America. That's gonna pretty much affect the people. So right now in the state of Georgia, we are under an air quality alert, poor air quality alert. They pretty much advising everybody to stay in the house. And if you can remember, a couple of weeks ago, the same thing happened up in New York City. It was looking like the pits of hell. You know, there was like this real spooky overcast. It was like a real dark film in the sky. Everything looked like a post-apocalyptic world, and that's just a foreshadowing of the prophecies that's to come, man. So you had anything else?
Let me get this one scripture here. Okay. Let's see. Dealing with the plagues, because basically, these things are really set up to destroy America, destroy this spiritual Egypt, this Babylon. Okay, so this is Isaiah, right? Isaiah, the 19th chapter. All right. Let's see here. Make sure this is right. Let me get it. That's what I want.
I got one in the meantime.
Okay.
Real quick, this is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1 and verse 14. It says, the great day of the Lord is near. It is near, and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty man shall cry bitterly. So, like I was saying earlier in the lesson, all these different things that's happening throughout the globe is a foreshadowing of the great day of the Lord being near. I can't remember which country it was, but right now they're being infested by, what was that, locusts? Mm-hmm. It was like they're being plagued by locusts, and not to mention a couple of weeks ago, New York was invaded by a gnat problem. Okay, it was gnats. It was so many gnats in New York City that you couldn't even really breathe like that without having a mask on. So these little slight um, movements that's happening in the world is a foreshadowing of the Lord approaching the earth, man. All right, verse 15, it says, that day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. Now we understand that scripture is going into the time of Jacob's trouble, the time of tribulation, the missiles, okay? But also it goes into that darkness and gloominess goes into a time where wisdom is going to withdraw itself. There's going to be mass confusion in the world, man. Okay? So when you look at that haze in the sky, really you could kind of equate that to the level of confusion, all right, and blindness that's going to be out here in this world, man. Okay? Because when that overcast is over these different cities, man, you could barely fucking see. You could barely goddamn see. You could barely even see a street sign. You could barely tell where you at? That's confusion, and that's what the day of the Lord has been likened unto. Okay, you got it, bro.
Yeah, I found it. Okay, so it's 2 Ezra 15 and 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand. Matter of fact, let me read verse 10. It says, "Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter, which the Lord's people are the Israelites." All right? It says, "I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt." And that land is talking about America. Okay? The spiritual Egypt. "But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm," which is the deliverance. It says, "and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof." So these plagues that are occurring throughout really America, the haze, the different
heat wave,
locusts and things. Yeah, the heat wave. These are just like the plagues that were in ancient Egypt. Okay, now you're going to have some of the same plagues, but you're also going to have different things that are going to plague in this modern time. Okay, it says, "Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it." Okay, and ultimately, all of this is the work of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Whether it's a forest fire or even if it's Esau, it's still him.
Yep.
It's still the Lord plaguing this place. Okay.
Yep. And because if I may add to what the elder's saying, whether it's Esau using his AI technology to increase the wildfires or the temperatures or heart, at the end of the day, the Lord said he gave him power and gave him a great sword to take peace from the earth. So the Lord can use Esau to bring the plagues on the earth, which he's going to do. The missiles, that's known as a plague, but he's going to use Esau to bring that plague. But it's ultimately it goes back to the Lord. So here's another plague that's been going on, which are these extremely hot summers. I believe last week it was recorded, the hottest day that the earth has ever felt. They took all the temperatures of all the countries. They took the temperatures and they did the average, and it was the hottest average that they ever got on record. So that's major, man. All right, now of course they trying to blame it on global warming and all of that to bring in this whole artificial intelligence, go green, and be conservative. But ultimately, it's the Lord that's bringing this stuff on the earth. So I just wanted to read this real quick. It's not an article, it's a tweet. It says, "Extreme heat warning stretch from California to Miami with temperatures nearing 130 degrees Fahrenheit in the hottest spots." It says, "In terms of historical context, this might be the hottest day across the U.S. Since last year." Okay? And this was July the 16th, which was a couple of days ago. 2 days ago, actually. It says, unbelievably hot, or I think they meant unbelievably hot, 89.1 degrees Fahrenheit national average temperatures, 157 million, or almost half of the U.S. population to see over 90 degrees heat level. You understand how serious that is, where over half of the country is experiencing 90 degrees or better? Okay? That's something that's rare, man. And these are all the Lord bringing the plagues on the earth, like the elder just brought out, bringing out the plagues that was in Egypt, man. Because this is modern day Egypt.
Yep.
Okay? This is modern day Egypt, America. It's taking all of the customs and cultures of ancient Egypt, and it's basically recycled it through this kingdom called America. Okay? So these it's going to intensify, man. All right? And I want to bring out a quick scripture. Revelation 16:8, "And the fourth angel poured out his vial upon the sun, and power was given unto him to scorch men with fire." Okay? So the Lord is bringing heat. That's another part of the plagues, that heat, man. Okay? If you look at Vegas, the brother from Vegas, the Elder Karatas, I posted the temperatures for the week. Their temperatures is like 118 degrees. You know, 116 degrees. That's fucking hot, man. And we didn't felt some hot summers, but these last 2 years, these summers have been extremely hot.
Mm-hmm.
I remember like it was yesterday, last year's summer. We was like, yo, man, we gonna have to we ain't gonna be out there in that heat like that all day.
Yeah.
That was last year. So now the follow up year is the same thing, but it's even hotter. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And you got to think, and also too, a lot of there's a lot of major heat waves that happens overseas in Europe too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What's Europe? Europe is that's NATO. That's the beast.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the Lord just plaguing the beast. With these different plagues. Okay. But now over here in America, you're having these record numbers of scorching temperatures, and it's only going to get worse.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I got a quick one, real quick. This is Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 7, and it says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places." So these are many different plagues that the Lord said would happen before the coming of his son, Yahweh Shai. All right. So we're seeing famines. You go to the store right now, and there's a scarcity of food. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
It's a food scarcity, man. Or if it's not a food scarcity, the prices ain't resembling of what they once were.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it says and pestilences, and that goes beyond saying right there. This earth, America's full of goddamn diseases. Somebody's always sick. The average person you run into in America is sick or has some underlying health condition. Okay? It says, and earthquakes, there was an earthquake. What was that earthquake at? Was it Iraq? That took out about 60,000? It was recent. What was it? Iran? It was somewhere. It was a big Turkey. It was in Turkey.
Oh yeah.
That big earthquake.
Yeah, the big one earlier. Yeah.
Yep. It took out about 60K, man. Okay, and there's going to be more devastating earthquakes that's going to come. And there's going to be earthquakes that's going to hit America that's going to be devastating. See, America's not going to be able to get away with all the crimes and atrocities that it commits. The Lord's going to bring those same plagues that you see happening in Turkey and all these foreign countries, or you see may happen in an island with these earthquakes and hurricanes.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord's going to bring devastating plagues over here to America as well, man. Where thousands and upon thousands are going to die. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Ecclesiasticus 43:2. The sun, when it appeareth, declaring at his rising a marvelous instrument, the work of the Most High. So that's how we know the sun rises instead of this heliocentric science of the earth, planets around the sun. It says, at noon it parcheth the country, and who can abide the burning heat thereof? And see, now we're in a time with that burning heat. From early morning to noon, even in the afternoon, it's increasing. Especially during these hot summer months, it just goes from the continued increase in the 90s. 97, 98, high 90s into the hundreds, and these heat waves are killing people, crops getting scorched,
yep,
people getting dehydrated,
yep,
okay, and then if you got these jobs where you work outside, which I was doing, man, you're going to drink if you got water, man, you're going to drink about five, six bottles of water, and increasingly throughout, hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yep.
They say you really want to drink about a good bottle of water about every 15, 20 minutes, but you're going to be popping it because, your body is not absorbing it with that heat as it should.
Right.
Because the temperatures is just too much.
It's just too much, man. It's to the point to where, especially the upper age, it's pretty much unbearable. They're taking pretty much a life chance by walking outside. Bro, I got in the car about 2 days ago. Me and the boys, we was about to make a move. I opened my car door and all my glasses just fogged up. It was like opening a goddamn oven. You know, my glasses literally fogged up right before my eyes, as if I had poked my head into an oven, man. I had to kind of open the doors and kind of let the heat, come out the car. It's like, man, we in the South, so we done felt some heat, but this is some serious heat, man. Okay, that's the Lord turning this thing up. Okay, and He's going to turn it up more. I'm gonna go back to that Zephaniah and read a little bit more. Um, Going back to Zephaniah. I'm sorry, was you done with that?
Yeah, that was it.
All right, kind of Zephaniah 1:15. It says that day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble. Yeah, see, this world is in trouble, man. That's why the Lord likens the Jacob's visitation as Jacob's trouble or tribulation. This world is in trouble, man. It says in distress, a day of wasteness and desolation. When the missiles hit, man, it's gonna lay America desolate. A day of darkness and gloominess, going into the confusion that's gonna pretty much consume this earth. A lot of people are not gonna know what's really going on as the plagues continue to increase. There's going to be more confusion. A day of clouds and thick darkness. A day of trumpet. A day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. That goes into a time of trouble and distress coming upon a city. When you blow the trumpet or alarm, that's pretty much a warning. Okay? And the Lord is actually going to sound the seventh trumpet as we read it in the book of Revelations. All right, upon the return of Yahweh Shai, you're going to hear a trumpet blast in the skies, man, a very loud trumpet, okay, which represents the seventh vial that's being poured out, which is the plague that's to come upon America, the missiles. And right before those missiles hit, you're going to hear that trumpet, and the elect is going to get delivered, okay? It says, and I will bring distress upon men. Ain't nothing like a hot, stressed out man, okay? This heat wave, man. The Jake be in the house with no AC on, man. You better leave that man alone. Mm-hmm. Ain't nothing like a hot, stressed out man. He don't want to talk. He don't want to play. He don't want nobody walking past him, man.
Hey, I was doing something. I was driving somewhere, and I was about to pull up, but I had to wait until no. I was pulling into a parking lot. So old man was in his pickup truck. He was in his pickup truck. He was about to back out, but then he kind of moved forward to let me by.
Yeah.
And I looked at him at the driver window, and he had the window down. You could just see that look in his face, man. It was just so hot. They got that look. Their face crushed up.
Yeah, man.
That
heat stressing them out, man. Man, them old country Jake, man. You go to them old country towns, man, where Judah at and Benjamin and Levi and these different country areas. Mm-hmm. They ain't got no AC, man. Them Jakes be mean, man.
Yeah, them hard look, real hard look in his face.
So it says, I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men. Okay, meaning that when all hell breaks loose, these people are going to be utterly confused and they're not going to know whether they're coming or going. Because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh is the dung. Okay? So we're just pinpointing the things that's happening in the earth. We not bringing the heat wave. Mm-hmm. We not bringing the scorching temperatures. We not bringing the riots and uproars in France, in different parts of the world. All right? We ain't created no missile. The Lord is doing all of this, man. We're just the messenger. We're just here to tell you what's going down, man, because the Lord has given us the vision to see these things. Okay? You had something, bro?
I was trying to find
something. So yeah, I got one more scripture. We ain't intend this to be super long, but dealing with these different uproars. Like it mentions in Matthew the 24th chapter, nation gonna rise against nation. There's gonna be uproars of the people. Those going into the riots that you see happening globally. All right, this is biblical prophecy. These are all signs to pinpoint when Yahweh Shai is coming. So real quick, Isaiah 19:2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. And that's happening right now in America, if you can see, and they're using the LGBT community as a catalyst to bring division. Okay, because of their stance on life is a lot of people is in disagreement. Although they're trying to hide it and be like, yeah, I don't have a problem. When all actuality, yeah, they do have a problem. Okay, because now they're infiltrating the school systems. They're purposely attacking children. So it's bringing a great divide in America. Not to mention politics. Not to mention class wars. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
this is all It's going to be the vaccine brought the jab brought division.
Yep.
Okay, it says, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Okay, so this is getting ready to go down on a big level, man. We just gotta watch how the Lord, continues to develop these prophecies and see, exactly how the Lord is gonna do it. But we know one thing for sure, that the Lord is definitely gonna do it, man.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah. So the Lord is and He's going to continue to strike this place. Okay, because the brother mentioned about the food shortages, prices increasing. You got this heat wave, and this is just summer. See, there's different plagues that are tied to different seasons.
Right.
You know,
Mm.
and then you're gonna have the fall come, things gonna cool down, right? And then the winter come, and then you're gonna have extreme cold, and the plagues that come with that time.
Yep.
Okay, so the Lord is just systematically, really imploding this place from the inside out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's tying in to what the brother has reading here.
Yep.
Okay.
That's right, man. So we didn't intend on that to be long. We just wanted to bring out pinpoint
Taking this place out, man.
and taking this place out, man. It's a beautiful thing to see. So Lord willing, that was edifying. To the listener, to the brothers and sisters that may have tuned in. For me and the elder, we want to give all praises, all glory and honor to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem Makakodash. A double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone, honor and blessings to the elect. Shalom.
Shalom.